Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Sulbha from TGP Nagpur, and today we have discussed about the subject database administration. In that we have discussed some topics that is included in database administration tasks. So we have now start with database administration task. So here database administration task. In that, first one is database design, second one is performance monitoring and tuning, third one is database availability, fourth one is security, fifth one is backup and recovery, sixth one is data integrity, seventh one is release migration. So first one is database design. Database administration must understand the theory and implementation of the relational database management system, that is RDBMS, that means relational database management system. Here using to create the database. Second point is database design. Database design needs understanding of conceptual and logical data modeling techniques that create and interpret entity relationships diagrams is essential for designing a relational database. Third one is the DBA must ensure that the database design and implementation will enable a useful database for the applications and clients that will use it. Clear. The database administration tasks relevant to IMS database are listed in this topic. One is participating in design reviews. Then design reviews are a series of formal meetings you attend in which the design and implementation of the database are examined. And some performance monitoring and tuning. 5 factors influence database performance. One is workload, throughput, resources, optimization, contentions. Whenever performance problems are encountered by an application that uses a database, and the DBA is usually the first one called to resolve the problem. An effective performance monitoring and tuning strategy requires not just DBMS expertise but knowledge outside the scope of database administration. So here analyzing data requirements, like after the users at your installation identify their data processing requirements, you will construct data structures. These structures show what data will be in your database and how it will be organized. Clear? This task precedes the actual design of the database. One is designing your database, that after data structures are identified, the next step is to design your database. Database design involves some choosing how to physically organize your data and deciding which IMS processing options you need to use, making a series of decisions about design that determine how well your database performs and uses available space. Here are some developing and availability. Ensure that database information is always available to all users in a form that suits their needs. The faster the DBA can perform administrative tasks, the more available the data becomes, and the DBA must understand all of these aspects of availability and ensure that each application is receiving the correct level of availability for its needs. Here security, this is the DBA task. Once the database is designed and implemented, programmers and users will need to access and modify the data. However, to prevent security breaches and improper data modification, only authorized programmers and users should have access. It is the responsibility of the DBA to ensure that data is available only to authorized users. Next one is backup and recovery. In that, the DBA must be prepared to recover data in the event of a problem. The majority of recoveries today occur as a result of application, software error and human error. The DBA must be prepared to recover data to a usable point, no matter what the cause, and to do so as quickly as possible. To be prepared for any type of recovery, the DBA needs to develop backup strategy to ensure that data is not lost in the event of an error in software, hardware, or a manual process. Some data integrity that must be designed to store the correct data in the correct way without that data become damaged or corrupted. To ensure this process, the DBA implements integrity rules using features of the DBMS. We have here discussed about data integrity, and here three aspects of integrity. One is physical, semantic, internal. Physical issues can be handled using DBMS features such as domains and data types. An example of semantic integrity is the quality of the data in the database. Redundancy is another semantic issue. The DBMS relies on internal structures and code to maintain links, pointers, and identifiers. In most cases, the DBMS will do a good job of maintaining these structures, but the DBA needs to be aware of their existence and how to cope when the DBMS fails. Now, DBMS release migration, that one is process regarding some installation, configuration and upgrading of Microsoft SQL Server, MySQL, Oracle Server software and related products. The DBA is also responsible for managing the migration from release to release of the DBMS. Monitoring your database when the database is running routinely. Monitor its performance. A variety of tools for monitoring the IMS system are available. So, recovering your database image copy, online database image copy 2, change accumulation, database recovery, and log recovery. Now, controlling user access. Database administrator containing username, password, privileges. So users, we have to discuss privileges. Database security, one is system security, another one is data security. System privileges, gaining access to the database. Object privileges, manipulating the content of the database object. And schemas, collections of objects such as tables, views, and sequences. The database administrator has high-level system privileges for tasks such as creating new users, removing tables, and backing up tables. Life as a DBA. DBA is expected to be available for 24 hours. Must be an expert in database technology. DBA is expected to know everything about everything. That is SQL queries, OS, network protocols, handling advanced tools, computer hardware, and DBA is often blamed if any fault occurs. They are forced to prove that database designed by him is not a fault. DBAs are assisted with database administration tools, and DBA is challenging and interesting job. One of the highest paid jobs in IT industry. Salary, like in average salary in India, rupees 1,70,000. Maximum salary in India is about rupees 9,86,000. So the database Oracle has set of views that are frequently accessed by the DBA. vDatabase is one among those views. It contains more 30 columns. Sample query, like select from database. This query gives the details about database name, database ID, open mode, read write, protection level, yes, no, platform, name, Microsoft Windows 32-bit, etc. DBA queries. Some of the frequent queries executed by DBA: create user statement to create and configure an database user, alter database statement to open mount a database, then backup statement to take a backup of control files, then recover statement to recover the save control files, and sample query: create a directory, my dir as home, Oracle, and y. Now, database administration tools. SQL Server Management Studio and Adminer is a software application first launched with the Microsoft SQL Server 2005 that is used for configuring, managing and administering all components within Microsoft SQL Server. And Adminer is a tool managing content in MySQL databases, lightweight, release in the form of single file, approximate 160 KB in size and user-friendly interface. So this is all about database administration tools. So I hope you like this video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Take care.